there's a chance that Bitcoin might drop. And if it does, this will be your last chance to get Bitcoin under 100K. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Davinci. I'm in the pipe 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well. And the reason why I think this is the last chance to get Bitcoin at under 100K is several reasons, right? One, Michael Saylor, Trump family, Meta Planet, GameStop, and many others are following the plan that Michael Saylor has laid out. A lot of people don't understand that plan. They think that Michael Saylor will lose his Bitcoins if the price drops below a certain point. That doesn't happen. The way it's set up, again, I'm going to explain this to you guys for the dumb, deaf, and retarded, is that, hey, lend me some money. This is what Michael Saylor is asking. This is what Trump's asking. This is what GameStop's asking. Lend me some money. They're like, okay, fine. I'll lend you some money. What's the terms? Right? I want 0% interest rate. What? Okay, so then I'll get the Bitcoin if you don't pay, right? No. Okay, so I don't get it. What do I get out of this if I lend you this money? Well, you'll be able to convert your debt into my stock only if my stock goes up by 30%. And you're like, that's a bad deal, right? No. Because if my stock goes up 30%, you'll get 30% of your value back, right? Because now you can convert it at the price today, right? Later on when it's 30% higher. And there you go. There's your money. And you could just borrow against the stock instead of selling the stock and do that again. Boom. With that said, right, Michael Saylor plan, there is an underlying understanding, right, that you need to understand another thing, right? Our whole system is rigged against you as a man and as a woman, right? Remember the China's one-child policy and they got rid of it, right? Do you know why they got rid of it? Because they saw a better plan in the United States happening, right? If you watch this video, right, this guy, right, is convicted of rape, right? Even though they proved that the woman's hymen is intact, even though there's plenty of evidence that it didn't happen. Notice all the women judges and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. Now, I've been also a victim of this both in Chile and in Canada. This is the game that they're playing. In order to destroy, you see, they want to reduce the population. And instead of doing it by force at the point of a gun, they're letting you do it. Right? By creating immoralities, setting up legal systems that are against men and so forth, so that, you won't bother getting together with a woman. And this is where Bitcoin actually will help you, because of course you do want to, have relationships with women, but you don't want to lose everything. And Bitcoin allows you to store all your wealth without someone coming and stealing it, like such as your government, right? Or such as your woman. And if you say, well, I trust my woman, you're going to, I trust your woman too. But women can be told things and lied to, and they can be manipulated a lot easier than men can. And if you want to risk that when you shouldn't, right? When you have an option to prevent those losses from happening, you should take advantage of it. And this is another reason why Bitcoin is going a lot higher this time around. People are going to realize this, understand it. Men are going to understand this, protect themselves from this crime of humanity, right? And it's just because, you know what, most people are just cattle to these people. If you got a vaccine, right, and you didn't fight against that, then you're cattle, right? Because the only other animal on this planet that gets forced vaccinated is cattle. That means cows, sheep, right, pigs, right? So stop being cattle, right? Start buying Bitcoin. Stop listening to what the mainstream media tells you to do, and start thinking for yourself. Because if you don't, you're cattle, and they will treat you as such and organize the systems, use social engineering to make sure that you do exactly what they want you to do. Done, finished. Okay, rant over. Moving on. Let's go on to the charts for Bitcoin. As I said, yeah, there we go. You could start entering, and then as it went higher, you can enter, and then boom, we are starting to descent down. I would be careful here. Doesn't mean that we are going to actually go down right now, right? Because we could come back up here, give you a second chance for entry, and I wouldn't be surprised at this point that we retest this area, the top area, at least to this top of the candlesticks, maybe even past that, because it's just, there's too many people probably just setting up for a short and having a stop loss right up above the candlesticks. And since this is a market for, let's just like Forex, they love to come and hunt your stops, so be careful of that. Make sure you do not have a stop at the end of this candlestick, because they will probably most likely hunt it. So have some entries there, right? And stop losses just a little bit higher, right? And that's it. Okay. With that said, let's move on to Solana. Solana, right? I saw something interesting about Solana. You can see we peaked out at the 187, which I mean, I told you guys that before, right? That was the target. That was the exact target. Why was it the exact target? It's because of the tranches here, right? Right? This match this down here, right? So where would be the target, the next target, right? Well, I was looking at this and I was thinking, well, what if the target is not all the way down at 120? Because that seemed a little bit harsh. What if it was something else, a little less steep? What if it was like here? Because that's a key level. And then I noticed something else. This tranche works with that. Those key levels there. Ooh. Yes. So that means we can do a short here, because we have a clear point of entry and target, right? So let's just, I'm wondering, do I see something here? And do I see no this? Yes. Let's take a look. Damn, G. Damn, G. Damn. 61.8. There it is. Damn, G. Damn. Yeah, okay. That's not coincidence, okay? And then, you know what I did? I just noticed this on the chart. I was looking at the math. I was like, there's something there. There's also another thing there. And, yep, 61.8. Right? Could it go a little bit further? Yes, it can. It can hit the 61.8, which this is the target here. But, yeah, you can see that from this W move, yeah, the 61.8, boom. So you have a clear target. Now, let's look for a trade. To enter this trade, we're going to have to go down to lower time frames. Eek. Well, I don't want to be a buyer here, a shorter here just yet, right? We're tightening up in the band. We're everything's moving higher on the indicators. It is like too easy of a like a FU move for them to like, okay, come into the shorts here. Come on, because we've already came down twice here. And let's see here. Is there a divergence here on the? Yeah, there is, right? So there's divergence, right, on the downward movement from this one to this one. Let's go to an hourly. Let's see if the divergence is there too. Let's see here from here. No, not really. It's not. Well, actually, it doesn't exist on the MACD, but it does exist on the what's it called? You can see it exists on the RSI. So I'm concerned about getting an entry here. I'd say that we use the Fibonacci's and get an entry higher. Right. Let's just take this movement and say, okay. Okay, and there's nothing really there. I don't see anything worthwhile with the Fibonacci's. Let's just bring this all the way up here. Again, nothing substantial. So, except for the 61 point, well, the 50% actually. This is the 50% for this one right here. 50%, 61.8 right here. Yeah, I think just below this is the key area here. So let's do a short. entering along the ways, right here. So we'll start here because I think that these wicks are going to get taken out. So we might as well start here 159 and then add all the way up. So if it reverses. So let's do that. Let's not jump in on anything heavy, right? 25% of what I've got left, which is like up to $2,000. I cleared out my ETH long, so I can have this money. So 159. I'm gonna go 20x, right? 59, 15-ish area. I'm gonna go that much, and I'm gonna go open the short, and confirm. Then I'm gonna add. It looks like my liquidation price was at 65. So really, that's rude. That's kind of rude. Really? Isn't 20%? Market has to move 10%, 20, like 5%, right? That's not accurate, is it? Anyways, let's double up at approximately. I'd like to double up here. 10% would be 10% would be, yeah, exactly, would be $16. So 50%, 5, so double that. Yeah, exactly, it is, right? Okay, so let's double it up right above this wick, 163, right? And open short, confirm, and we'll leave it at that. If we get liquidated, we'll take the next 900 and add it at the higher level, just below this 168. Actually, we can do that right now, right? 168. Boom. Confirm. There we go. That's it. That's our short for today for Solana. Ethereum, again, it looks, the target looks down here. So I'd like to buy here at 2,300. I'm not going to short it and leave it at that. All right. Well, that's it for today. I hope you know that you have to defend yourself against our current system, right? Our system is designed to destroy you, and you can say, well, this is conspiracy theory nuts and all that kind of stuff, and that's fine. You can live your life any way you like. If you want to survive this system, you have to understand what's going on, and if you don't want to, that's okay. And so, I'm going to do my best to survive what is reality here. And that's why I got into Bitcoin, because I understood math and reality, and I understood how our finances work. And this is why I'm wealthy today. I will remain wealthy for a long time because I'm willing to understand what is really happening and react to it properly. If you do that, right? Because you can't change what's happening around you. You could only react to it. You can only learn, react to it properly, and move forward. And so this is what you have to do as a man, if you're a man watching, and that's it. If you either accept it or you don't, and it's right for you, whatever you decide. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.